Hi everyone, welcome to Hall. This is Vidyam Academy's NEET Initiative Most Expected Question Series. This is Rajiv Patel. Here we do decoding the syllabus, analyze the questions, going into micro level depth understanding of the topics. The main key intention behind the class is to bring most important and expected questions for your upcoming NEET examination. Here we come up with 10 unique, innovative, qualitative questions and options for every chapter, subchapter and topic. Once again, let's welcome to all. Let's get started. Today's topic is 12th standard NCERT biology. The first chapter, sexual reproduction in flowering plants. Here the subtopic is flower, a fascinating organ of angiosperms, pre-fertilization structure and events. Into this micro level subtopic is Megasporangium, ovule and embryo sac and pollination. Let's get started by the first question. The question number 1 is the ovule of an angiosperm is technically equivalent to which of the following? Option A, megaspore. Option B, megasporangium. Option C, megaspore mother cell. Option D, megasporophyll. What is the right answer? Your time starts now. Yes, the correct answer is option B, megasporangium. What is the explain? Why it's correct? How it's correct? Let's see. The ovule is the structure inside the ovary that contains the megasporangium, nucleus, integuments and the embryo sac. Just like a megasporangium in lower plants produces megaspores, the ovule in angiosperms does the same job. So technically the ovule is megasporangium. The megaspore is produced inside the ovule, not equivalent to it. That's what this is the answer for the question which demands. Let's move to question number 2. Identify the incorrect statement about the structure of a typical ovule. Option A. The ovule is attached to the placenta through a stalk called the funicle. Option 2. The point of attachment of the funicle to the body of the ovule is called the hilum. Option C. The micropyle is the opening in the integuments that allows pollen tube entry. Option D. The nucellus is the outermost protective covering of the ovule. What is the right answer? Your time starts now. The correct answer is option D. It's incorrect because nucellus is the nutritive central tissue. Why? So this is the explanation. The nucellus is the not outermost covering. It is the central nutritive tissue of the ovule surrounded by the integuments. The integuments, usually 2 in angiosperms, form the actual protective outer coverings. The funicle, hilum and micropyle descriptions in option A, B, C are all correct. That's what this is the correct and detailed explanation for this question. And let's move to question number 3. How many of the following statements about megasporangenesis are correct? Option 1, the functional megaspore is generally the one farthest from the micropyle. Option 2, MMC undergoes meiosis to produce 4 megaspores arranged in a linear tetrad. All 4 megaspores are equally functional in a typical angiosperm. Option 4, the functional megaspore develops into the female gametophyte, embryo sac. Options are only 2, statements 1 and 2. Option B, only 3, statement 1, 2 and 4. Option C, all 4 are correct. Option D, statements 2 and 4 are correct. What is the right answer for this question? How many of the following statements about megasporangenesis are correct? Which are given below. Your time starts now. Yes. Could you guess the answer? Yes. The correct answer is option B. Only 3 correct statements, 1, 2 and 4. 3 is wrong. Why and how? we can go to explanation. In a typical angiosperm, only one megaspore, that's a Charles one farthest from micropyle, is functional. The other three degenerate. So statement 3 is wrong. The MMC does undergo meiosis to form a linear tetrad of 4 megaspores. 2 is correct. The functional one is at the Charles end. 1 is correct, and it then develops into the 7-celled embryo sac. 4 also correct. That's what only 3 correct statements, 1, 2 and 4. Statement 3 is wrong. And let's move to next question, question number 4. The development of embryo sac from a functional megaspore involves meiotic divisions. Which of the following correctly represents this developmental sequence? A option, functional megaspore, 2 nuclei, 4 nuclei, 8 nuclei, 7-celled embryo sac. Option A. Option B, functional megaspore, 4 nuclei, 8 nuclei, 2 nuclei and 7-celled embryo sac. Option C, functional megaspore, 8 nuclei, 4 nuclei, 2 nuclei and 7-celled embryo sac. Option D, functional megaspore, 2 nuclei, 8 nuclei, 4 nuclei, 7-celled embryo sac. Which of the following correctly represents this developmental sequence related to development of embryo sac from a functional megaspore involves meiotic divisions? What is the right answer? Yes, the correct answer is option A. Functional megaspore, 2 nuclei, 4 nuclei, 8 nuclei and 7-celled embryo sac. Why and how? Let's go to explanation. The functional megaspore undergoes 3 successive meiotic divisions. First giving 2 nuclei, then 4, then 8. These 8 nuclei then arrange into a 7-cell structure. 3 antipodal cells, 2 synergids, 1 egg cell and 1 large central cell with 2 polar nuclei. The sequence always doubles 1, 2, 4, 8. That's what. So this is the right answer and the explanation which we are describing. And the next question is question number 5. In a majority of angiosperms, which of the following is a correct feature of the mature embryo sac? Option A, egg cell as a filiform apparatus and synergids have the actual fertilizal egg. Option B, reduction division occurs in the megaspore mother cell to produce the embryo sac directly. Option C, reduction division occurs in the megaspore mother cell and the chalazal megaspore develops into the embryo sac. Option 4, a large central cell is absent and polar nuclei are located at the micropylar end. What is the right answer? Would you guess the right answer for this question? Yes, the right answer is option C. Reduction division in MMC, chalazal megaspore develops into embryo sac. So this is the detailed explanation here. The MMC undergoes meiosis, reduction of a division to produce 4 megaspores. Of these, the chalazal megaspore, farthest from micropyle, survives and develops into the embryo sac. It is the synergids that have the filiform apparatus, not the egg cell. So, option A has its reversed. The central cell with the 2 polar nuclei is always present in a typical embryo sac. That's what correct answer is C. Reduction division in MMC, chalazal megaspore develops into embryo sac. And let's move to question number 6. Identify the incorrect statement about pollination types. It's the question which relates to pollination types. A, transfer of a pollen from anther to stigma of the same flower is called autogamy. Option B, geitonogamy involves transfer of pollen between 2 different flowers of the same plant. Option C, xenogamy results in genetically identical offspring as the pollen comes from the same plant. Option D, Geitonogamy is functionally cross-pollination but genetically similar to autogamy. What is the answer? Would you guess? Your time starts now. Yes, the right answer is option C. This is incorrect. Why? Xenogamy produces genetically identical offspring. Xenogamy is true cross-pollination between different plants. That's what this is. The option C is right answer here because it is incorrect related to pollination types. Why? Xenogamy is pollination between flowers of different plants. It brings genetically different pollen, leading to the genetically varied offspring. Thus, the whole point of xenogamy. Option A, B, D, or all are accurate. Geitonogamy is functionally cross-pollination but genetically like autogamy, since both flowers are on the same plant with the same genes. Question number 7. How many of the following statement about wind pollination, anemophily, are correct? The first one, wind pollinated flowers have a single ovule in each ovary and numerous flowers packed in inflorescence. The first one. The second one, pollen grains of wind pollinated plants are light, not sticky, and produced in a large numbers. Option 2. Option 3, wind pollinated flowers are brightly colored with a large petals to attract wind currents. Option 4. Feathery stigma is an adaptation for trapping airborne pollen in wind pollinated plants. So here the options are: option A, only 2, statement 1 and 4. Option B, only 2, statements 2 and 4. Option C, only 3, statements 1, 2, 4. Option D, all 4 are correct. So here, what is the answer for this question? Your time starts now. Yes, the right answer is option C. Only 3 correct. Statements 1, 2 and 4. Statement 3 is wrong. Why? Wind pollinated flowers are not brightly colored or show. That's for insect pollinated flowers. Wind pollinated flowers are typically small, dull and lack petals or nectaries. They produce large amount of light, dry, non-sticky pollen to increase chances of reaching the feathery stigma. Having many flowers in inflorescence and the single ovules are correct features. This is the right explanation for the options. Let's move to next question, which is very, very important related to pollination and outbreeding. The question number 8 is, a dioecious flowering plant prevents which of the following? Option A, geitonogamy and xenogamy. Option B, autogamy and xenogamy. Option C, autogamy and geitonogamy. Option D, cleistonogamy and xenogamy. What is the right answer for this question? Would you guess? Your time starts now. A dioecious flowering plant prevents which of the following? Yes, the correct answer is option C. Autogamy and geitonogamy both prevented in dioecious plants. Option C is correct answer here. Why? So this is the explanation. A dioecious plant has a male and female flowers on separate plants. So pollen from one plant can only land on other plant. This completely prevents autogamy. Autogamy here is same flower. And geitonogamy, different flowers, same plant. Since a plant has only male or female flowers, xenogamy, it's a cross-pollination between different plants, is the only possibility in dioecious plants. That's what option C, autogamy and geitonogamy both prevented in dioecious plants. So next question, question number 9. This is very, very important and pollen pistil interaction related question. Question number 9 is, after a compatible pollen grain lands on the stigma, select the correct sequence of events during pollen pistil interaction leading to fertilization. Option A, pollen germination, hydration, pollen tube in style, entry via micropyle, release male gametes in synergids. Option B. Hydration, pollen germination, pollen tube growth through style, entry via micropyle, release of male gametes in synergy. Option C. Hydration, pollen tube growth, pollen germination, release of male gametes, entry via micropyle. Option D. Pollen germination, pollen tube growth, hydration, entry via micropyle, release of male gametes. After the compatible pollen grain lands on the stigma, select the correct sequence of events during pollen pistil interaction leading to fertilization. What is the right answer? Your time starts now. The correct answer is option B. Hydration, germination, tube growth, micropyle entry, gamete release in synergy. Why and how? This is the explanation. When pollen lands on a compatible stigma, it first absorbs water, hydration, from the stigma surface. This triggers germination. The pollen tube emerges and grows through the style. The tube enters the ovule through the micropyle and reaches a synergid, where it releases 2 male gametes. Hydration always comes before germination. The pollen must be hydrated first to activate. That's what this is the correct explanation of the right answer, what question demands. And final question of this second series, question number 10. It's completely mixed all the concepts which we have started earlier. The question number 10 is, how many of the following statements are correct here? The first one, pollination in water. Hyacinth and water lily is brought about by insects or wind. Option 2, stored pollen grains in liquid nitrogen at 196 degrees centigrade can be used in a crop breeding programs. Option 3, sporopollenin present in exine has helped preserve pollen grains as fossils for millions of years. Option 4, the central cell of the embryo sac is the smallest cell and contains a single nucleus. Option A, only 1. Option B, only 2. Statements 2 and 3. Option C, only 3. Statements 1, 2 and 3. Option D, all 4. What is the right answer? Your time starts now. The correct answer is option C. Only 3 correct. Statements 1, 2 and 3 correct. Statement 4 is wrong. Why? So this is the explanation. The central cell is actually the largest cell of the embryo sac, not the smallest. And it contains 2 polar nuclei, not 1. So statement 4 is wrong. Statement 1, 2, 3 are correct. Water, hyacinth and lily are pollinated by insects or winds. Pollen can be stored in liquid nitrogen for breeding. And sporopollenin in pollen exine is extremely resistant, which is why pollen fossils are preserved. So here we explained 10 most important and expected questions for your upcoming NEET examinations. And next, I will come up with another topic which are very important for your NEET examination. Till so far, I would like to conclude this session with very well goodness. Thank you. And thank you so much to all.